So today, taco day. It ain't Taco Tuesday, but it's gonna be some steak tacos going down today. Ran to Walmart real fast, neighborhood Walmart. They don't have a lot of selection, but they had some okay looking ribeye steaks, which is what I always get. I like ribeyes. My boy Sam put me onto those. So shout out to my boy Sam for helping me with my steaks and my drink choices. So of course I'm not cooking both these steaks right now. So put them in the Ziploc freezer bags. I did finally get those. Say that for later. Boom. And then now we got one for now. Boom. I always wash my meat off, so just wash it off real fast. Just in case. You never know. Of course, washing off ain't gonna really do much, but you never know. All right, I did pick up some seasonings. That's steak and burger seasoning, but I should have one more. Oh, yeah, here it is. So I got this Butter House steak seasoning that I like. So I'm breaking that out today. I shouldn't cut the heat on too. While I'm thinking about it, I can be working on cooking this, getting this pan lit up while I'm working on my steak. Rub that in so I'm nice and good. Boom, boom, boom. Right. I said I'm gonna buy some new pans, so I already decided I'm gonna get the all-clad pans, but I could pay regular price, but me being cheap, I'm actually gonna get on eBay. I already did it. I found a set. I could probably save like $100 if I get them off eBay. So I'm waiting on them to give you know, like if you put something on eBay in your cart and you wait a little bit, they give you like a little bit of a discount, like 10 or 15%. So I'm waiting to see if they're gonna give me a discount. We'll see. We'll see. I washed this dish earlier, so my knives are all nice and, not my knives, but my scissors are all nice and clean. Just gonna cut this bad boy in half. Makes it easier to cook in my small pan, so when I get some nice pans, I can cook it all at one time. And not have to do 2 cooks of steak. All right. All done. Ooh, you know what? We need some butter. All right, so this is the Kerrygold butter. I really like this butter. Really like this butter. Really like that butter. See if my pan's hot. Yep, pan's hot. All right. I am happy about that. Pan is nice and hot. All right, so boom, first steak. Oh, about to screw up. About to screw up. All right, let's put some butter on that first and then throw on the steak. How about we try that? That makes more sense. Some butter our pan. Boom. All right, pan is now buttered. Now we can throw on our first steak. We're gonna do about 3 minutes. I found they actually need to cook a little bit longer than I've been doing. So I'm gonna do, let's say 3.5 minutes on each side. Because it's been coming out a little too rare in this small pan. But it could just be the pan. It could be I'm using too much butter. I don't really know yet. I'm gonna figure it out as I go along, but we'll see. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna let that sit for about 3.5 minutes. Put this back up. And we'll talk it out as we work it out. So all the stuff we're gonna use today, I got a bunch of new spices and sauces that we'll talk about later that I picked up today that I really wanna use. Went to Walmart And I went to tortillas, and I went to the bread side. And I was like, oh yeah, they're out of tortillas. So I was irritated, right? No, you boys don't. I should have went to the other side, which is where you actually have the taco stuff on, and that's where they keep the tortillas at, on the taco side. So you're like me, you're an idiot and don't know where stuff is at. Taco side is where they keep tortillas, not the sign where they say tortillas at. Who will go figure? All right, well, we got a little bit of time before that's ready, so we're gonna make a drink. So I already had a shot of this, Woodford Reserve. I did pick up this in Costco, 12-year Knob Creek. So funny story about this. This was actually the last bottle. And there's this guy there. And he grabbed this bottle. And he was talking to his other friend. And he's like, oh, I don't know if I want it. Do you really want it? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't worry about getting it. And I, of course, was like, equal opportunities. Hey, if you don't want it, I'll take it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have it, young man. You can have it. You enjoy that. And I was like, appreciate you. I stayed and chatted with him for a few minutes just out of cordiality, but I really just want the bottle. So I thank him for getting the $6 bottle of Knob Creek 12-year. Good choice. And with that, I'm gonna enjoy one just because of him. And my friends always like to say, oh, Curtis, you know, you're ruining the drink because you like to mix it. Don't care. I don't like myself neat. All right, got my favorite glass. We use this. I go halfway because this, I think, makes 2 shots, and I just want 1 shot. So boom. I wonder if I have some Coke left for my first pour. Let's go find out. Let me run them all around and see if I got some Coke left for my first pour. And voila, I do have Coke left. Turn the dead pan on a little bit. And I know all you purists who actually drink, oh, you're screwing it up. This is how I like my drinks. Because I like to eat and drink. Alright, so flip that over. Cut off a little bit more butter. I wasn't spooning butter over the top, but I didn't put a lot of butter in, so I might need to cut off a little bit more, just so I have something to spoon over the top. Let that cook up some more for a little bit. I am going to be making rice to go with this. I really don't like a lot of stuff for my tacos. The lettuce, I can do without. I did get sour cream. Don't really care about the vegetables, can do without that. I got rice though, so I'm happy. Put a little bit of rice in there to make my nice tacos, and I'll be perfectly happy with that. What did I do with the rice? Alright, so I got this Spanish style Uncle Ben's rice. Grew up having this, and it's got tomatoes and peppers in it, which is kind of cool, which makes it easy. It looks like 2 minutes in the microwave, so I don't really have to do anything else to it, I don't think. Let me see. Squeeze it, separate it, tear 2 inches to vent, cook it for 2 minutes. Okay, cool. So while we wait on that, I'm gonna squeeze this bad boy a little bit, separate all this rice, get it prepped for tacos. And I'm gonna cook this other steak, just not in this video. I'll cook it after I close out this video, because otherwise it'd just be another unnecessary video of me cooking another piece of the steak. But as soon as I get these new pans, slapping the whole bad boy on there. I really understand now when my parents said, hey, can you please take out the food from the freezer and let it thaw? Because it takes hours for this stuff to thaw. Hours. So I generally end up just going to the store, and sometimes if I really want to cook something right away, I just buy new meat, because I'm like, I'm not sitting here if I forgot to take something out for hours. I don't have time for that. I really don't have the time for that. Alright. I think this is pretty well cut like I need to be. It says tear 2 inches to vent. Why don't you tell me what a 2-inch tear is? Because I sure don't know. I'm gonna guess and say that's about 2 inches. Alright. So I need to do one of these. And we'll see how this steak looks now. And then based on that, I may need to cook it up a little bit more to get it just right. Alright, I'm gonna cut this just to see what it looks like with this. Nah, we good. We are good. That's good to go. I should probably cook it a little bit more than I wanted to cook it, to be honest. Oh, no, yeah, pretty good. They're pretty solid. So, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit of pink inside. It's actually pretty solid, to be honest. That's really good. Let me go on and get this other one cooking. And while I got the other one cooking, then I'm gonna cut up my steaks and stuff. Let me chop this up real fast. bro. This is all fat. But I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I like kind of like having like a good amount of fat because it gets a good amount of flavor when I cook it. So I don't mind having a good chunk of fat on there. I don't mind that at all. Start down, and then I'm gonna cut these in half because I do not want to eat these big long chunks of steak and try and break it up in my mouth. Nope, nope, nope. All right, ma'am. That's one mistake to done. We can chunk these fat that I don't want in the trash. While we wait on those 2 minutes to go by, last little bit of Coke. Really good. Let's talk about the sauces that I pulled out. So I went with this brand called Melinda's. I have no reason why. I just buy stuff. I really just be buying stuff. I really like Thai sauce, the sweet chili. So I got sweet chili sauce. Let's see what else I got up here. I got sriracha, of course. Gotta have sriracha sauce. Cause this stuff is gonna go good for anything I can make. So I just started getting random stuff. Black truffle hot sauce. No clue what this tastes like, but I bought it. And then, let me see if I get all 3 of these at the same time so I can stop opening this. I got the ghost pepper hot sauce, and I got 2 flavors of Merriman's. One is Merriman's Revenge Honey Habanero Glaze. So I got that. And then the other one is the Cajun hot sauce. So I got a couple different options that I can sprinkle on my tacos. So I may try all of these, or a bunch of these on my tacos, depending on how many tacos I make, just to see how it goes. All right, let me put those back up and out the way for now, because I'm still thinking about what I want to use. All right, we got 7 seconds. It's time to twist this bad boy over. All right, that being said, let me add some more butter. Boom. Butter's been added. It's not enough to say. I'm just gonna chunk that. I ain't gonna say this. Gonna let the butter do its thing over there. Let's talk about cheese. All right, so I started to go with like the, you know, the usual, the Kraft, like Mexican mix or whatever like that. But then I saw this. This is a California Reaper blend. Now I like spice, I do, but not too much spice. And I don't think this is gonna be too bad. But this is supposed to be mozzarella, Monterey cheddar jack with jalapeno, habanero, and Carolina Reaper peppers. We're gonna see how this goes. Could be good, could be terrible. We're gonna try it. Plus, I have the new spices that I gotta try as well. So I may be trying too much stuff at once, but why not? Go big, go home. All right, so I got that, and I got, I don't know, salsa brands. Like I said, I just bought stuff. This here, Herdez salsa cassera. So put a little bit of this on top, and then of course the usual Daisy sour cream. I bought the smallest packet I could find because I don't cook tacos a lot, but I think I may cook them more. But I got a small pack because I want just a little bit of sour cream. You know, you just want a little dollop will do. A little dollop with Daisy. You're exactly right. All right, I think that's everything. I'm gonna actually break out a new pan. I think this is mostly fat. This gotta go. Is that mostly fat? Maybe not. Maybe. I think that's mostly fat. We'll just talk about it. All right. Anyways, I probably throw this back in the microwave for like 30 seconds and let it heat back up. Or I can just use new steaks. I may just use some new steaks and call it a day. All right, looks like these new steaks are done. Well, not new steaks, but the other half of my steak is done. Well, we're getting close to it. Still a little bit red on this side, but I guess that can't be there. It wasn't gonna be perfect. What's that little piece I saw? I swear I saw a little piece I didn't like that was kind of like, I can cook a little bit more. I swear. Alright, whatever. Let's cut open and see what we're looking like. Worst that can happen is you put it on for another 20 seconds. But it should be okay. Nope, that's fine. That looks like about medium, so I'm okay with that. Alright. Boom, cut that off. Let that cool down. And then we're gonna cut this bad boy up real fast. And then we're gonna get to eating, because I'm hungry. Got all the extra fat content out there that I didn't want. Got the steaks here, boom, boom, boom. All right. I'm gonna heat up my rice again for a little bit. All right. If you couldn't hear me talking earlier, now you can. Hopefully. All right, let's make these tacos. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. All right, we're gonna make 2 tacos for now. Bum, bum, bum. All right, rice is hot. Steak, pretty hot. Ah, I didn't cut it in half. That's what I didn't do. I was like, what am I forgetting? I didn't cut the new steaks in half, so I wouldn't have to chew up the big bites. That's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's do that right quick. It would have hit me eventually. And then I can have steak tacos again tomorrow at work. So it's nice when I go through and I cook everything, get it out the way, make a few meals out of this. All right. So for me, I like to have my rice as my base. So actually, why do you think much rice? It's probably not too terrible, but I probably do a little bit less. I'll probably use half this rice, to be honest. So a little bit of rice as a base. Not really trying to focus on rice today. Could care less about it, to be honest. It was just something to add to it, you know. And then I'm gonna get steak. Thankfully, I have a lot of it, so I can add as much steak as I want. Because don't you hate when you get tacos and you feel like they put like 3 pieces of steak on there? And like, really, bro? I really just paid you to upcharge for steak and you put on 3 pieces? That annoys me. So I'm gonna use half a steak for these 2 tacos. These are gonna be some beefy tacos. All right, try to even them out best I can, you know. Not that I have to be judicious about it, but I just like to be. Okay, cool. Bam, and then let's add on some cheese. All right. Actually, these didn't go far. Maybe 2 tacos. I used most of the cheese. That did not go far at all. You gotta talk to them about that. They need to put more cheese in the bag. All right, we're gonna throw this on for 30 seconds or so just to heat it up. because I like my tomatoes to be a little bit warm, but not too much. Maybe like 15 seconds. And then we're gonna put our salsa and our sour cream on, and we're gonna be good to go. And then I'll pack up all this other stuff later and put it away for tomorrow. After I cut the camera off, of course. All right. I'm just gonna push to the side for now. All right, switch up. All right. Officially good to go on that. The cheese is melted just a little bit, but not too much. And now we got our salsa. We're gonna put a little salsa on the top. There we go. All right. And even though I really don't like tomatoes, I'm okay with salsa, weirdly enough. Looks like I got till September 15th to deal with this. Boom. I said I was gonna do $1. That's $1. We good. And there you have it. That's some nice steak tacos. All right. Bon appetit.